going to start our brand new year of our God's Big Story curriculum. To start, does anyone know what this book is? That's right, it's a Bible. Are there any particular stories you remember from the Bible? Look how many pages there are in the Bible. It's a really, really big book. The Bible has lots of different people and places and things that happen in it, but actually it is one big story. It's one big story all about who God is and what He has done for us. And the Bible shows us how much God loves us. God's one big story is kind of like this ribbon. Do any of you know what the very first thing is that God tells us about in the Bible? That's right, creation. God makes the whole world and fills this special place with all sorts of animals and plants and places mankind in His wonderful creation. In the middle of God's one big story, we will hear about a special baby being born. Can anyone tell me what story that is? That's right, the story of baby Jesus being born, where a star in the sky told the whole world that God's Son had come down from heaven to live with us. And then, a little later, we have the story of when Jesus died and rose again. But even that isn't the end of the story. In the end, God has promised that one day we will all be together in heaven with Him. There are lots of big blank spots on our ribbon still, though, aren't there? There are so many stories in the Bible. Last year we learned some stories. Can you remember any of the stories that we learned last year? This year we'll be doing some of those very same stories and some new stories. Some parts of God's big story we already know, and we'll hear again just so we don't forget. But we will also hear some new parts of God's story that we might not have heard before. So, whether the stories are familiar to you or brand new, I promise you will learn something new about who God is and what He has done for us as we study His one big story, the Bible, together. The Bible is like a letter that God has written to us. Let's see what the letter says. Oh, this is good news. Would you like to hear the good news God has sent in His letter to us? Okay, let me read it. Dearest ones, I love you and I will come to rescue you. That is good news, isn't it? The Bible has a special word for good news. It is the word gospel. The Catechism explains what the word gospel means by saying, the gospel is the good news of God loving and saving lost mankind through Jesus Christ. Let's say that together. The gospel is the good news of God loving and saving lost mankind through Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're all doing well. I'm praying for you, and I really hope that we get to see each other soon. Take care.